These are all events that were started from the information that we've been putting out about the Federal Reserve. A lot of people have woken up. I mean, even Ron Paul's talking about the Federal Reserve. Everybody except Romney, who has his money in the bank in the Cayman Islands. But,
well, everybody's running for president this year. Everybody and their brother. So,
well, you know, Romney controls Clear Channel, so yeah, only hosts like Rush Limbaugh and all that are going to, you know, they'll have access to the airwaves.
Well, I've seen Romney on Blog Talk Radio. He's got his own show on there now. It's pretty cool. So at least he's cluing into the sources. But my plans are to hit all of the different college universities next summer and this next year and get the vote of the young people, because those are the thinkers out there. Those are the ones that really are concerned with their future. Those are the ones that want to make a change from the way it has been and the way it is right now. And those are the ones that can see the future clearly, not the entrenched, established, you know, people in this country. The ones with all the money and the ones that live in the nice houses with the nice cars. Those aren't the ones that I'm even speaking to anymore. It's the young voters and the ones that will look, listen, and reconsider. That's the ones we need to get on.
Well, you know what? You know, I've always encouraged you in this. I mean, I don't see why, you know, average man, somebody I know and respect and like, and I've had on my show, you've had you on my show many times. You know, I think that you could do as good a job with your ideas, with your knowledge about the Jewish involvement, the Southern Poverty Law, how they try to demonize anybody that's got a firearm, anybody that might represent a threat to them, anybody that can reach people, they're afraid of. They're afraid of, and they try to demonize you, and they try it's just like the asshole on here on the chat room. Oh, don't donate to Clay. Don't donate to Clay. You know, he's going to spend it on pot. He's going to, oh. You know, folks, we do need money to travel. We do need money to buy gas. And with just the guests I've had on in this last week, the information that they provided that's up on my website right now is very valuable if you want to survive. And the whole concept of our Liberty Villages for you dumb son of a bitches out there that keep trying to say, oh, Clay's going to make money of a Liberty. Yeah, I damn sure will. By providing and doing what I've done for the last 30 years in magazines and on the website, I will provide advertising. I will provide information to everybody out there, and a few of you that support me, that have made a donation, that have bought a book. Your efforts have contributed to what I do. And what I'm planning on doing is something fairly different, pretty different from what I've been doing. I probably won't just stay in one place. I plan on traveling around because I agree with you, David. I want to reach the colleges. And I don't want to run for office. So, I'll take you with me.
Well, you're the kind of man that is going to be behind the ones that make it happen, Clayton. You've been there all your life. You've always been there. And you maybe you don't have an office that you're going to be assuming, but you'll be working. You'll be working till the day you drop. I know you will. There's no keeping you down.
Yeah, that's the idea. Yeah. You think the dumb ones are the ones that are donating? You think the dumb ones are the ones that are fighting for this country? That shows who you are. It shows what kind of person you are. Yeah. And of course, you know, this is all coming from people that can't get a real name, that are too chicken shit to put up their names and number and all that. They just come on. This is part of, what do they call them? Sanhedrin or something like this. They got a term for it. They employ these stupid Jews to come on the chat rooms and go into the chat rooms and try to destroy anybody that's trying to do something for America.
Well, it just shows what kind of initiative and and what kind of program they're working under. It's just want to divide and conquer once again, and it's so easy to tell what they want to do from the first moment they start talking. But these new names that the Blog TV assigns is just hilarious. I can't believe the names that they get every day, like Hard Butt and, and some of the funny ones. But, you know, it's not even a question anymore for me. And like I said, this younger audience that's anywhere from 19 to 30, they're much more intelligent, and they can pick these fools out of a crowd instantly. They could even probably take a crayon and draw a circle around them. You got a picture of them, so it's not a problem for the young ones. Just the old ones like ourselves, as they piss off.
Well, now here's another thing. You know, the whole concept for Liberty Village is restoring and protecting the family farms and ranches that have provided us with the source of every civilization is the self-sufficient family farm, and then they get together. Now, if we go into the colleges and promote it properly, now I'm talking about doing this in one state right now. I'm talking to some people in that state. We've got people that are looking for land, and we've got people that have land. I mean, some of the people I've had on my show in the last week, they've got acreages, they've got orchards, and they are looking at these low cost structures that you can pack up and move. You can buy a teepee and live. My ex-wife lived in a teepee up in the National Forest in California, and
Right.
I believe Unearth has lived in teepees or stayed in teepees. You can roll them up, take them with you to the next Liberty Village.
Exactly.
And the only thing that I am trying to do with Liberty Village is not make any money off of anybody, but to provide sources and people. You know, you got to pick the people you want to be with. You know, I don't want to live next door to somebody that's playing rap music. You know, I don't want to live next door to a Muslim or a Jew, and I really don't know if I want to live next door to a Christian. You know, Judeo-Christian. You know, don't try to save me. Don't expect me to beat my head against that wall. I ain't going to do that. But I want to take this message, and the message I got is really the power of the individual. This is what I wrote books about 40 years ago. You know, and ending this whole abolish all the laws against victims of crimes, and if you don't have a corpus delicti, you don't have a crime. The drug laws, just like I said at the beginning, are designed to make the banks money. The banks are the ones that are laundering the whole thing. And we can, if you abolish the laws against victimless crimes, you ease the courts, you ease the police state, because any time a man with a badge can walk up and say, "What's that you got in your pocket, son?" You're in a police state. You know, and that what's in your pocket could be Valium, it could be cigarettes, it could be prescription medication, it could be anything that you forgot the bottle for. It could be anything. This is bullshit. This is Ayn Rand had it right when she said government has no control over honest citizens, so they got to make criminals out of us.
Exactly.
That's what the tax laws are about. That's the law enforcement agencies work for the bankers. They work for world government. They work for one world government.
Yes, indeed, they do. And you know, just thinking this morning about, I'm always thinking about your Liberty Villages. What I'm thinking is your Liberty Villages should come into the central states and set up all over the farming communities and pitch in and lend a hand in growing the food we need for the next couple of years. But with these new Cube X-15s, these state-of-the-art nuclear reactors, we could put those in the Liberty Villages. We could put the solar panels up as well. We could be providing everything for these people to reconstruct this nation. And besides growing hemp and self-spinning their fluids, they could run their engines on water. It's amazing. People would only have to work, Clayton, maybe 2 days a week, 3 days tops, and you'd have all the rest of the time for your family, your friends, and
just think about the one criteria, and my friend William Blair, who'll be on next week, and his wife. His wife will be talking about the proper diet to reverse disease, and of course your spinning water is part of that. And William will be talking about a few other things. But the whole concept behind Liberty Villages, you got 10. If you got 10 people living on the land, let's say 10 acres. Let's say you all got 1 acre, and you're only paying $3,000 for your shelter, and your shelter is generating money for you.
Of course.
You know, I mean, it's like, why not use what God gave us, the wind and the sun,
right,
to put us on back on. Let's you know, if I don't turn my lights on, I'll sell that power, and my neighbor can use it.
Sure.
And if you're growing your own food, you don't have to worry about being poisoned. That's what the gentleman did. I'm doing a series of people that have these, that are doing these villages around. And I'm saying you can do it in the small towns, that you can do it in your block. If you just get out and talk to your neighbors in your block, and 10 of them get together, 10 of you get together, and you dig up your backyard. You don't have to disturb your neighbor. Nobody to want to know. It's all voluntary to jump in here. And you start putting the solar, and we'll tell them. I've got people that build and sell solar generators. How hard is it to build a windmill? You know, cut a couple of 50-gallon barrels in two, put them up on a pole, and stick them in your backyard, and tell the neighborhood association to fuck off.
Well, exactly, Clayton. I also feel that your Liberty Villages could be erected before anything else is there, and then the occupants could actually construct these dome houses with poured concrete over big balloons. And so what you'd be doing is erecting a village of these dome homes from your tents originally, and then the tents could pack up and move to the next area and construct another dome village. So
that's right. That's the dome homes sell for the same cost, about the same, and that'll go down. I've got whole proposals to buy the machinery and everything, but that can go down it's basically the same as a stick-built house. If you build a cabin with the materials that it takes you, you're going to spend the same amount of money per square foot.
Right.
So it's you know, and this is again, you know, send me $25 a year and I'll give you a listing on the Liberty Village website. That's all. I'm not trying to get rich off of this. I do have to support myself, and I do want to take this on the road. And I want you to think about this. If you can get any backing whatsoever for you know, a minimal amount, I can run ads and promoting my books and do a tour around the country to sell our books. And the last time I went to Albuquerque, I sold books, and yours were right there beside mine.
Well, I thank you for that, Clayton. But this next summer, you and I, we're going to be going on the road together. I can see it now. I mean, I could actually see our near future, and it makes me feel good every day when I just listen to your show and listen to you talk, because I like the sounds of everything you said and everything you say, and I also like to watch these idiots come on and try to dissuade the listeners. But the clock is ticking down. We've got less than 8 months till the next election, and all this is running out for them. So I'm confident. I'm feeling better and better every day.
Well, with you and I basically have the same kind of problem. It is connection with people. You know, they block my website in libraries.
Mm-hmm.
They block it in Intel or Intuit. You know, some of the major companies can't pick up my show.
Yeah.
But if you go back and listen to everybody that I put in this last week, you got a hell of a lineup there. People, a lot of information, especially about these smart meters and this whole martial law thing that's coming down. I mean, they've set this up. I told you 10 years ago in True Face of FEMA that they wanted 400,000 well-armed, well-trained, organized, disciplined troops to control the American people in case of a single smallpox case in a small in a major metropolitan area.
Uh-huh.
And what they're talking about doing, I mean, they're driving us out of the country. They're trying to destroy the farmers. This is why they're pushing the illegals up here, and this is a war zone right here where I'm at in Tucson, on the border from Texas all the way to California. They're pushing the illegals in there to try to scare the farmers and ranchers or kill them, scare them off their land. They did that to Casey Nethercott. When I went down to meet Casey, they shot him the night before, and Southern poverty law took his land.
Well, that's just it. The fact that people are losing their land, and what Grandma told you yesterday, that just pisses me off to no end. That's the last straw, you know. They're taking everything but the kitchen sink, and now they're taking that too. So, you know, it's coming down to a fight, and that's what it's going to be. And the place and the time is going to be this next election. So, we got to get our acts together here as a nation. You and I got our act together. We've always had it together, but the rest of this country's got to fall in line and take her place. You know, take your stand and stand up for what you believe in. Now, that's the only way.
Well, more and more people are waking up, and so I think the time is actually right. And what I want to do is take this on the road. I want to go to some of the colleges. I want to, you know, we'll do book signings. Basically, that's what we'll do. We'll do book signings, and we'll promote it in the local newspapers.
Uh-huh.
We can do that. We can do that with a minimal of advertising. All we got to do is contact the people. We got to have the money for gasoline. You know, you got to have the money to travel. That's all.
Well, what I wanted to do first, Clayton, was I wanted to meet with this little cartel of Jews out here in Hollywood and see if I can get them on our side. If we get them on our side, we can go all the way real quickly.
Don't send them to my website.
Yeah. Well, you know, they're not such bad people, no worse than anybody else. They just need to be led in the correct direction. And the funny thing about it is they got a lot of money and power out here in Hollywood, so if we could just win their support and get them on our side, we could move this whole country real quickly.
Well, you know, we don't have a lot of time because the NSA is doing a $2 billion spy center in Utah. It's in Bluffdale, Utah, right alongside the largest polygamous sect in America. They're building a 1 million square foot data collection center 5 times the size of the U.S. Capitol. And James Bamford, Intelligence Authority, James Bamford wrote that the center is part of Bush's Total Information Awareness Program that was killed by Congress in 2003 in response to a public outrage over its potential for invading Americans' privacy. I remember doing a story on that and having that in the Freeamerican. I hope I helped stop that. But the one senior intelligence official formerly involved with the project told Bamford this is more than just a data center, that it's a code-breaking megapolis the likes of which the world has never seen. Several years ago, NSA made a major leap in breaking complex encryptions used in everything from financial information, stock transactions, business deals, foreign military, diplomatic secrets, legal documents, and confidential personal communications. The official concluded by saying, everybody's a target. Everybody with communications is a target. The story caused such a stir that NSA's chief, General Keith Alexander, was called before Congress last week to testify about the project and categorically denied the facility will be used to spy on American citizens. The NSA does not have the ability to do that in the United States, Alexander told Representative Hank Johnson. We're not authorized to do that, nor do we have the equipment in the United States to collect that kind of information. And that's bullshit. Bush authorized the NSA to tap everybody's phones, and they didn't tap anybody's phones. They assigned that to Converse and one other one, two Israeli companies. We're doing tapping on your AT&T or Verizon phones, and that's what led to my accident. They had it. They had that ability 8 years ago, David.
Yeah.
Yeah, and by the way, the update is that the NSA does not spy on Americans. They hire it out to the Israelis.
Right. They're too damn dumb.
NSA has had NSA analyst Adrian J. Kine told Bamford that the NSA has had the ability to listen in on American phone calls in real time since 9/11, and when she said basically all the rules were thrown out of the window.
Yep.
So everything I've told you folks in Mystery Babylon, what they've tried to do to me, how they've tried to do, and is happening. The eavesdropping this Kine, Adrian Kine, J. Kine, was involved in, even included listening to U.S. journalists calling home from overseas. A lot of time you can tell they were calling their families. Incredibly intimate, personal conversation. It's almost like going through and finding somebody's diary.
Yep. Well, if they're listening in today, and I think they are, Clayton, because you're the #1 man to bug, I'd like them to take back to their constituents the facts that they are going to be losing this next election. They're going to be routed out, and eventually the planet will be free of all their devices and coercion. So, you know, like I said, I'm feeling confident. I want to thank you today for inviting me on, and all guns are pointed for their heads now. So,
by the way, your book is linked on my site. People can order it right from Freeamerican.com. You can also get one of my books, folks, from Freeamerican.com simply by sending me an email, sending me $20 for a donation, and I'll send you the PDF file. Or you can go to Amazon, you can go to Kindle, and you can get my books. And I'm also going to be touring, David, and promoting my fiction novels, which are basically biker novels. Right. And I'm going to be promoting those at the motorcycle runs all around the country, along with telling the bikers about this radio show.
Well, Clayton, I just wanted to let you know that the Force is truly with us, and there's a million angels in the heavens above smiling down on you and me now. So.
Well, I riding that motorcycle keeps them busy. So. All right. Thank you, David.
You very much.
All recording has been completed.
You're right.
Have a great day, Clayton.
Thank you. You too. And folks, go to freeamerican.com. The books are Mystery Babylon, The New World Order Unveiled. That'll give you the whole history of the CIA drug running by the Mossad, by Israel. That'll give you the whole story about why they're demonizing Christian identity, and it'll tell you what happened to me. You can get it for $20 as a donation to Clay at freeamerican.com. If you want to make a donation, go to PayPal, send it to Clay at freeamerican.com. And bring your silver pickup on, bud, and I will have the cops on your ass and the threats that you made to me. I'll lay it all out for them. I hope you do come by. I don't want to shoot you. I don't want to beat your brains out, but so I'll let the police take care of that. Yes, I will call the cops if you come threaten me in my own home, anywhere in public. Damn sure will. I'm too old to fight anymore. I'll just shoot your ass. How about that? Thanks, guys. God bless you. really appreciate David coming on. Nice to have somebody sane to talk with. All right.